Good evening and welcome to the YouTube channel How to Get an 800 Credit Score. My name is Lyndon Baptiste and thank you so much for joining us today. Trying out some new software that we have been working on too also as well. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell for notification too also as well. So that way you will not miss a single video as we make them here on this channel. And when you select your notifications, make sure you select all notifications. That way you would never miss any topic, any video or live stream that is on this channel that we make too also as well. I want to thank you all. Special thank you to our 1,034 subscribers that we have right now currently. Really appreciate you guys, and it's because of you guys that this channel is actually possible. Also, thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed to How to Get an 800 Credit Score. And my name is Lyndon Baptiste, by the way, and on this channel we talk about how to build credit, ways to build credit, and how to get approved for mortgages, cars, and get the lowest interest rates, the lowest payments on them too also as well, how to get approved for lines of credit too also as well, personal lines of credit. We touch a little on business lines of credit, business credit too also as well, how to build business credit also, and join our Patreon too also as well. I posted the link right here at the bottom of this live stream. You should be able to see it, and if you click on that link you can join our Patreon, and for as little as $30 a month you can support the channel and enjoy all the benefits of being a Patreon, such as the benefits that I mentioned earlier about preparing you to buy a home, vehicles, lines of credit, business lines of credit, business loans, personal loans, etc. Anything having to do with you getting approved for something. We're getting you the lowest interest rates, the lowest payments too, and as well we're also increasing your credit score, getting it up as high as possible. And you have the the benefit of working with me as your coach every step of the way as you accomplish these things. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Cliff Peters. Cliff Peters, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you, Cliff. And welcome back once again. Cliff Peters says, good night, family. Yes, I hope you are having a good night, Cliff. I'm sorry, guys, that this is a late live stream. But the thing is that we were working on our software and trying to get that down, actually, for this stream too also as well. So in the process, it took us a while, to get everything ready, get everything figured out, actually, so that's the reason why this live stream is so late. Otherwise, we would have started the live stream earlier, a few hours earlier, actually, too, also as well. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to Janelle Leone. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Janelle is truly a blessing, here to our channel too also as well. Yeah, Janelle said I got her out of bed, and actually I did because she was just laying in bed with Panda and Bridget, our two cats also, and so I kind of got her out of bed. When she found out I was doing a live stream, she says, what? I gotta get up, I gotta go. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to Janelle also as well. Janelle says, yay, we did it, got our problem set up. I love it. Yeah, so if you guys like the new setup here, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. If you like our new setup here, just type the number 1 inside of the comments. That's what we've been up to pretty much all this time. And Janelle says, sorry of doing this late. We was working on this new program of the live stream. And everyone, also please give a warm welcome to Brian Taylor. Brian Taylor, thank you for returning back again, and welcome back, brother. And everyone, Brian Taylor has his own YouTube channel too. Also, by the way, if you want to check that out, you can just go ahead and click on his name inside of this chat. Click on Go to Channel. And when you get to his channel, click on subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you would never miss any videos that he makes on his channel too also as well. So welcome back, Brian, too also as well. And everyone, please also give a warm welcome to Ronald Anderson. Ronald Anderson, welcome, brother, and glad to see you here once again, buddy. And thank you for joining us once again. Brian Taylor says nice background. Thank you so much for sharing that there, Brian, too also as well. And Ronald, I hope you're being safe there on the road, buddy. You know, hope you're driving safe, that is, because you never know. All these different states you might pass through might have some different types of weather there, you know what I mean, plus you're driving at the same time. So that's what I think of. But welcome back, Ronald. I really appreciate you once again. Ronald says, are you doing Lyndon and channel on the road again? Number one. Oh, okay, great. I'm glad you guys like the new setup pretty much. Thank you so much. Brian Taylor says nice background. Bodyguard 856, welcome back, brother. Bodyguard, good to see you back once more time. Everyone, one more time, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Bodyguard 856. Bodyguard says, what's up, guys? And Ronald says, I don't think that came out right. Hi, how are you doing, Lyndon and Janelle? And the number one. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, Ronald. Well, we're doing okay. It was a pretty long day at work today, pretty much for me, actually. I didn't really sleep much last night, but I said, you know what, I gotta do something here, because as of August 1st, we will not be able to use the program that we on screen with you guys, and do a lot much more too, actually. So it's a pretty good program. So we've been working on that. That's why the live stream wasn't done earlier too also as well. And everyone, I know I forgot to mention, like our Facebook page, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. It's named after this channel too also as well. Join our Facebook group, How to Get Excellent Credit. You can follow me on the social media networks, and all of the links can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel too also as well. The link to email me if you have questions, or you need to work with me on a one-on-one basis, or you need one-on-one sessions with me for building credit or getting approved for something, whatever the situation may be, just shoot me an email. The link to email me is in the description too also as well. Okay, so I hope you guys can see everything clearly in the setup. Let me know if all the words, especially the words underneath the camera, that's the link to join the Patreon. Can you guys see those letters for that link clearly? Also let me know inside of the comments if you can see that. Let me know as well. Okay, so guys, thank you for coming once again. Right now we have 6 people with us here in the live stream right now, and welcome to all 6 of you. I really appreciate you all, and thank you so much for joining us here in the live stream. Ronald Anderson says, yes sir, driving safe, and yes, it's raining. I'm on my way to Brooklyn, New York. That's where I'm from, Ronald. Born and raised, just somehow ended up in South Dakota. So but I kind of like it out here though, you know what I mean. I know Brooklyn is my hometown and everything, I got a lot of family there, a lot of friends I grew up with, but as far as living there, I cannot see myself living there right at this moment. Good place for me to visit back again, also as well, but not to live there right now. So I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, Brooklyn is awesome though, totally awesome. Bodyguard 856 says, have you heard bad news on DSX Design primary trade line? Maybe they are not reporting. Yes, I've actually watched a live stream video, and I'm not going to mention the name of the channel or anything, or the guy's name, because I don't really, we're not tight like that. You know what I'm saying? So all I will say is that he commented, on DSX Design, and he's one of the first channels that I started watching here on YouTube also as well. It's just that he stopped making videos for a while, and so and I didn't have the notification to his channel set up right, so I missed a whole lot of videos that he had made in between the time when I first started building credit in October until now. So now I'm playing catch up on all of those videos. And inside of his newest live stream, he did mention DSX Design, and he recommended that everyone stay away from DSX Design until further notice. And he's pretty much saying the same thing that I and Janelle are saying about DSX Design right now. I tried to call them. He tried to call them too, also as well. We both tried to call them, and they don't answer the phone any longer. Okay, they had this messaging system set up. I don't know if they still have the messaging system set up right now. I tried to email them also as well, and as far as the messaging system, they never return their messages. Okay, as far as the emails, I emailed them several times. They never return their emails. I did the chat thing on their website with their little chat box. I think they have one. They never returned anything. So no responses from them at all. No responses to any voicemails I've left, messages, whatever the situation is. So, and they're not reporting to anyone's credit report that I know of. Okay, I have not heard any reports from any of the credit experts here on YouTube, or anyone from any of the credit building groups on Facebook either, or the credit building community, that DSX Design is continuing to report on their credit reports. So right now, most of the people, or everybody that I know of, are pissed off at DSX Design. Okay. And I think a lot of them want to close the accounts, like me. I want to close my account too with DSX Design, but I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know. Are they having a issue with the credit bureaus? Because it may be difficult as a new company to get accounts reported to the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus, they're very picky about who they allow to report things to the bureaus. So I'm just waiting it out. I'm gonna give them a few more months to see what they can do, because if they do kind of emerge again, and they do report my account, and I've gotten months and months of reporting there, which gives me a lot of payment history there. So that's my plan with DSX Design so far. And thank you so much for sharing that too also as well, because that is a big topic right here on YouTube right now. Janelle says, have you all heard or seen deadmau5 lately? Yeah, that's a good question, and thank you for sharing that, Janelle. I was wondering, have you guys have seen or heard of deadmau5 lately, because all his videos, I guess someone said all his videos has been taken down on his channel. So I was wondering, we haven't heard from him since about 2 live streams ago, 2 Wednesday live streams ago. All right. Bodyguard 856 says, another YouTuber I follow said the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying the same thing. Actually, Kenny Eugene, and I can mention his name because we're cool like that, and he is one of the first YouTube channels that I started watching when I first started building my credit in October. And he was really disappointed with DSX Design, and he even went as far as to say that he's going to take down his I think he said his referral links affiliate links for DSX Design, and he also recommended that no one sign up with DSX Design either. So pretty much all the experts, credit building experts, are saying the same things right now that I am saying. So it was a great thing. When they first started, they started reporting to people's credit reports. I believe they started reporting to TransUnion or something. Not for me, but for other people. And I know this for a fact because I've worked with people, doing credit repair, and in the process of building up their profile, I had to look through their credit report, of course. So I seen and noticed that DSX Design had reported on some of their credit reports. Okay. So I was kind of, wondering about that. How come they reported on some people's credit reports but not others? And from what I'm hearing from all of the experts right now is that they were reporting to people's credit bureau credit reports in the beginning, and then they stopped. Okay, they stopped reporting. Um, they stopped responding to anyone, and they pretty much, I don't know if they closed down the company or what, but I'm assuming they have not if they're still taking messages. They have a messaging or paying someone to take messages for them. Cliff Peters says no. Okay, no. Um, I don't get that. That's for a question, I guess. No, no. Okay. Well, let me know what you mean by that, Cliff Peters. Pink Lady Barber, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Pink Lady Barber. Welcome back, Pink Lady, and thank you so much for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure. Pink Lady says, hey, I look at what's new. Nice. And 4 thumbs up. Thank you for that. Thumbs up, too, also as well. For the setup, right, Pink Lady? I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad all you guys like it also as well. It really means a lot to us, too. Because, we finally found something that pretty much works, okay? Janelle says, hey, my favorite friends and families would be so kind to hit the thumbs up. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Janelle. And yeah, people, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel, and it also helps out with the YouTube algorithms too also as well. So hit the thumbs up. Janelle says, yay, how do you like it, Pink Lady Barber? Oh, okay. So you're talking about the setup too also as well. Yeah, so DSX Design is, there's something else. I don't know. I'll definitely keep you guys updated and let you know if I hear anything different about DSX Design. Okay. So for in case if you've been watching this video for a while and you didn't know, we are live. Our regular scheduled live stream is every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. So that's going to be every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. We do make live streams and videos in between Wednesdays on different days of the week too also as well. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we always do a live stream every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time too also as well. And if you like this video, please share it everywhere. Share it on all of your social media networks, on Facebook and all your social media groups too also as well, with all of your family and friends also as well. It really helps us to spread the message. Pink Lady Barber says, yes, it's cool. Okay, thank you so much for that, Pink Lady Barber. Well, okay, guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get right into today's topic. I know I didn't make a title for this live stream or anything. It's just called How to Get an 800 Credit Score live stream. But I think I will be putting up a topic pretty soon. I kind of wanted to do this live stream really quick. Not only to test out the new software that we got, but also to make a quick live stream, because I wanted to do one so bad tonight. And it's going to be a short one, short as possible. So guys, bear with me here. Janelle says, I love it. I've been doing a lot of research on this program to have this new setup. So I found it last night, and then Lyndon has started working on it. Now, so far, it's good. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, Janelle, too, also as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get into today's topic. Okay. So here we go, guys. So, guys, if you can see my screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. Again, if you can see my screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. All right. Okay. Janelle says number 1. Okay, great, awesome. All right, guys. So today's topic is coming from an article that we found on creditcards.com. The name of the article is 10 Worst Credit Card Mistakes. Okay, so the summary says here, making these 10 mistakes will turn good credit into bad, and bad credit into lenders won't go near you credit. That's kind of funny, the way they said it. 10 worst credit card mistakes. Tips to avoid common credit card mistakes. Limit the amount of credit cards in your wallet. Read introductory rates terms carefully. Read the fine print. Some terms can prove to be too good to be true. Choose a card that is best for you and your lifestyle. Search around for the best APR to avoid paying high interest rates. Pay off the balance in full each month. Avoid paying your bill late. Don't ignore your monthly statement. Don't charge more than your credit limit. Stop buying things you don't need. Whether you're in a financial crunch, dream of an island vacation, or want to earn more rewards, credit card offers may appear to be the solution. Not so fast, says Joanne Kerstetter, spokeswoman for Money Management International. Just because you're getting credit card offers doesn't mean the credit cards are right for you, Kerstetter says. They might be right for your shredder, especially if you're in a financial crunch. More credit is not the solution. Okay. Experts' advice can steer you away from the top 10 credit card mistakes. Yes, that is true. If you listen to the experts, you can definitely avoid making those credit card mistakes. First mistake is getting too many. Bypass the shredder and you could make one of the most common credit card blunders by collecting too many credit cards. Stop and think, do you really need another credit card? Kerstetter says. The more credit cards you have, the better chance you get of getting deeper into debt. Remember, credit cards are not a form of supplemental income, says June Schroeder, a certified financial planner with Liberty Financial Group Incorporated in Elm Grove, Wisconsin. So yes, she's absolutely right there. It is not another form of supplemental income. Credit cards, it is not. I mean, one type of income, though, however, is cash back. Cash back is I would say, in my opinion, is a type of income, though, however. But she didn't mention that. But credit cards in general are not a supplemental form of income. And what she means there by that is that just because you got a $10,000 American Express card does not necessarily mean you just added $10,000 onto your income. Okay. The annual fees of multiple cards can add up, Kerstetter says. Having too many cards can also negatively impact your credit score and your ability to borrow money, she says. On one hand, adding more cards helps your score by lowering your credit utilization ratio. Yes, that is true, because it adds to your overall credit limits. Cliff Peters says Dead Mouse channel is down. Yep. Okay, so it's down. It's not on anymore, or what? The last time we checked, all his videos were off, but the channel was still on. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he's okay. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Dead Mouse, because you haven't heard from him in a long time. So we were kind of wondering. It's not normal for him. We always see him on one of the YouTube channels somewhere, but we haven't heard or anything from him in a while. So that's kind of weird. So we're definitely praying for him. Okay, so the next paragraph, having too many cards. Okay, so let's see where we at. On the other hand, if you have a lot of credit cards with high credit limits and you go for a mortgage, the lender will take into consideration what if you ran those credit cards up? What would your debt to income ratio be? Okay, so this is interesting. What a mortgage lender may think about when they see a lots of credit cards with high credit limits. Okay, so this is someone's opinion also as well. So, but also they're saying that they're an expert, a certified financial planner with Liberty Financial Group Incorporated. Okay, this is June Schroeder. How many is too many? We have people who are successful using one card because it's easy to track with all their records in one place. Kerstetter says, having 3 to 5 cards is usually not a problem. But if you find your credit card balances are increasing, that's a danger signal. The solution is definitely not another card. Okay. Okay, so they're saying 3 to 5 cards is usually not a problem. But if your balances are increasing, which kind of makes sense there, if your balances are increasing, then that is a sort of a danger signal. They're right, because if your balances are increasing, but your credit limits is not increasing across all your cards, then that is a problem because it means your credit card utilization is going up. And credit card utilization, that accounts for 30% of your credit score right there. That's a huge one. That's number 2 after payment history, which accounts for 35% of your credit scores. Okay. Janelle says, yes, we hear that from Pink Lady Barber. She the one had mentioned that to us. We just pray that Dead Mouse is okay. Yes, definitely. Everyone, please, include Dead Mouse in your thoughts and prayers too also as well. Pink Lady Barber, thank you so much for the prayer sign. Cliff Peters, thank you so much for the prayer sign. Really appreciate that. Janelle says, I'm with you, Pink Lady Barber. Misunderstanding introductory rates. But you argue that new card will help you manage your money better because you can transfer all other balances to a no interest account. Welcome to credit card mistake number 2, being misled by introductory rates. Okay, so it's getting pretty interesting, and they're approaching it, they're using a different approach here, guys, too, also as well. They're adding in introductory rates, which is not really talked about too much here on YouTube, but it is a credit card mistake. Deferred interest deals are a type of introductory rate that traps many consumers. The deals often offered with big ticket purchases such as appliances or furniture contain a financially lethal tripwire. Interest accumulates from the day of purchase. If you don't pay off the debt during the introductory period, interest charges are charged retroactively and usually at a high rate. So basically what they're saying here, guys, it could be a special introductory rate offer, but if it's a deferred interest, all that means is that they're pushing the interest back. Instead of you paying, the interest like right away that first year, they're pushing it, they're deferring it to the second year. Okay, for example, and you're not paying the interest in the first year, but when it comes to the second year, don't think that you just got away with, all those interests. It was just deferred over to the second year. So now it's kind of making it worse on you. See that, guys, that's why, a lot of us, we like to pay our credit card payments every week. We pay off our credit cards. And why is that? Because it makes it easier on us for us to do so. Instead of just tackling those balances all one time, once a month. It's a lot easier to break them down weekly. Okay. People don't look at what the rate's going to be once the teaser is over, says Daniel Wisnatsky, a certified financial planner and owner of Special Kids Financial in Phoenix. The assumption is that it's going to be a reasonable rate, but with these particular loans, it's not unusual for it to go up to 18 to 20%. they're surprised 6 months later when it expires. But if they'd done their homework, they wouldn't be. Okay, so if they'd done their research, they wouldn't have been surprised at all. Okay, so guys, when you get these type of offers, such as deferred interest deals that they're talking about here, right? Um, just beware and do your research on it, okay? Because what they're saying here, it traps people, okay? That's the teaser, that's the trap, that's the hook on the end of the fishing rod. That's the bait. And they just reel you in with that, okay? And then when they got you in there, and then you're into your second year with this credit card, then you're like, oh my God, what do I do now? I have all of these payment, this high balance here on this credit card, and I wasn't paying down my balances because I wasn't being charged interest. Okay, it's a big mistake. Or I was just making my minimum payments because my interest was deferred over to the second year. So guys, you want to be wary of these tiny little mistakes, but if you do your research, you won't run into a lot of these mistakes. Okay. Not reading the fine print is another thing. That homework is reading the offer's fine print. Not doing so is credit card blunder number 3. Big mistake. That tiny text insert is where you'll discover when the 0% or very low interest rate expires. Okay, it'll tell you, but you have to look at those tiny little letters there. I know. Get you a magnifying glass or whatever you need to do to look at that. I mean, go on their website. Look at the terms and conditions on the website. I mean, if you have like I have a notepad tablet slash tablet, laptop slash tablet that is, and I can open up the screen. I can zoom in just by spreading my fingers out across the screen. Do that. It'll make those tiny letters a lot larger for you. Then you can read through the fine print. Okay. Pink Lady Barbara says, you guys are beautiful. That's real, family. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pink Lady. We really appreciate that. You are beautiful too also as well. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Awesome. So reading the fine print is so important, Schroeder says. Some credit cards seem attractive with a low introductory rate, but if you read the fine print, they charge a percentage to transfer the balance, and after a certain period, the interest rate goes up drastically. Yes, sure does. The fine print in today's credit card offers include 2-tier balance transfer fees, which can make balance transfers unexpectedly expensive, and surprise, security interest clauses that allow card users to repossess property bought with credit cards if you fall behind on payments. Okay, wow, that's interesting, guys. So definitely you want to avoid this mistake, not reading the fine print, because all these things they mentioned here can happen. It's possible. Number 4, okay, like a rewards program could be some points program, maybe 50,000 points offer, or 5% cash back, whatever the situation is, okay, whatever the offer is. But it can distract you from reading the fine print, okay, because you could just go down there and just jump straight on, just like with Self-Lender, okay. One finance expert here on YouTube, he did a review of Self-Lender, and he pointed out so many things that I didn't even notice about Self-Lender, okay. That he pointed out there, but him being an accountant, he was able to do that, okay, and that has a lot to do with the fine print too, also, okay, because you're looking at that part where they build your credit, they increase your credit score, but you're not looking at the other part, the other things that's going on in the background, okay. But mind you, Self-Lender, I think, in my opinion, is awesome, because even though I'm paying a high interest rate, I already got 72 points added to my credit score, and I'm on the way to receiving another 50 points from having Self-Lender on my credit file. Okay, so I don't have any regrets with the Self-Lender. It's important to figure out which card is best for you and your lifestyle, Kerstetter says. Rebates are important, and it's important to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. But if you're carrying a balance and paying high interest, those rebates and travel points aren't really worth it. There you go, guys. You hear it there. If you're carrying a balance and paying high interest, the rebates and travel points aren't really worth it. Okay, rebates and travel points work best if you're not carrying a balance and have a low interest rate. Not rate shopping. Okay, so basically that last one was choosing a card for the wrong reasons. Okay, so basically, guys, if you're choosing a card, that card has to accomplish something for your credit profile. Okay, had accomplished something towards your goals. Okay, if your goal is to buy a house, for example, okay, how is that card helping you accomplish your goals? Okay, so you want to think about that too as well. You want the highest points added to you. Say you're trying to accomplish an excellent credit score. You want to get an 800 credit score, right? Well, how is getting this card going to accomplish that? Okay, a great tip, guys. Getting a secured credit card from a major bank or one of the big banks is viewed more productive towards your credit score than a non-big bank secured credit card. Okay, so your Wells Fargo's, your U.S. banks, your Bank of America's, your Capital Ones, all of those big banks, guys, you know, definitely those secure cards have hold a lot of weight with the credit bureaus. So if you're just starting out building credit, the big banks is where you want to go to first. Okay. So, you know, my main point is, you know, make sure that you're accomplishing something by getting this credit card. Okay. Let's say you want cash back. Okay. And you see that it is reasonable. It looks realistic that you can meet the minimum spend requirements and get that cash back. You know, by all means, go ahead and do it, but don't start having to pay interest as well because you didn't pay off your balances every month. So that interest could be offsetting, you know, working against that cash back. So you're taking money out of your pocket that all of a sudden that 2% cash back or that 5% cash back that you're getting with the Amazon card is being offsetted by interest that you're paying, maybe another 1 or 2% that you're paying in interest because you did not pay off your balance in full. Okay, so this is all the things you want to think about. You know, what is it? What are you setting out to accomplish by getting this card? Okay. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe next year when you take your vacation from work, you want to use that vacation time to go to an exotic country and enjoy a vacation with your wife or your husband, your family, whatever the situation is. Now, is that credit card going to be able to give you the points to do that? Are you going to be able to accomplish that next year? So it all depends on your goals and what you want to set out to do. You know, plan your credit card shopping or whatever very strategically. Okay, don't apply for a whole lot of credit cards in a short period of time at once. Spread it out, you know, but be strategic about it. Okay. Janelle says, thank you so much, Pink Lady Barber. You're real family also. We love you. Yes, yes, we definitely love you, Pink Barber, for sure. Janelle, I like those emojis there that you put down there, Janelle. What is that? Smiley face, some angel with the halos. Very nice. No rate shopping. Look for the best possible APR or interest rate. No shopping, not shopping around is credit card mistake. Number 5. Okay, no rate shopping. Not rate shopping. Not rate shopping, that is. Okay, when you should be looking at different interest rates, when you're looking at a credit card. Okay, which one has the highest interest rate, which one has the lowest interest rates. Kind of like what we did with the personal lines of credit when we compared a whole bunch of them and we picked out the best ones and we compared them based on their interest rate and also other factors too also as well. Well, it would be the same thing, when you're looking for a new credit card. Okay, so you want to be strategic in all aspects of building your credit scores. That's why I did the live stream with you guys on Saturday night about when you're looking for an authorized user, because I want you guys to be strategic when you're looking for authorized users too also as well. Okay, so we want to maximize our success here, and that's what we're all about. Okay. Okay, so that's mistake number 5. Not looking for the best possible APR or interest rate. And if you guys have questions about how APR works or APY works, we'll cover that in another video because it's a lot of details to that. Okay, a lot of information. It's especially important to note the rate on unsolicited offers. If you're struggling financially, you're not likely to get the most favorable rates or terms. You'll be paying higher interest rates. So comparison shop for the best low interest rate credit cards. People don't realize how difficult it is to pay off loans at a high rate. You're going to be paying it for your next 3 lifetimes. Making minimum payments. Okay, credit card mistake number 6, making minimum payments. Now, making minimum payments, guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this for a second. Making minimum payments should be a last resort. Okay, that's the last resort that kicks in when you cannot pay down your balance below the warning sign. The warning sign is 30%. Okay, 30% to pay your balance down at 30%. That's the warning. Okay, when you go above 30%, you go to 31%, 35%, and higher, higher than 30%, then you're in danger zone, danger of having your credit score lowered by huge amounts of points. Okay, so that's why I always tell you guys, keep your credit utilization down below 7%, 0%, pay it off in full as much as possible. But making minimum payments, guys, that's the last resort. Okay, if you can't pay it down below 7%, you can't even pay it down below 30% either, make the minimum payment. Your credit score is going to suffer though, however, from the high utilization. That's possible. But definitely make your minimum payment, because what's going to happen is, you're already not getting points in the 30% category, which is credit usage, but you don't want to get dinged in the payment history category, because that accounts for 35% of your credit score. So now, do you want to get, dinged for, 65% of your credit score? That's a lot of points. Okay, guys, so you definitely want to, if, by last resort, make the minimum payment. But you should not be doing that too often. Okay? Let's say you do need another card. You read the fine print, you completely understand the terms, and you get a competitive rate. But even after choosing the perfect credit card, people still make mistakes, such as number 6 on our list, making only the minimum payments. People don't realize how difficult it is to pay off loans at a high rate, says Wisnatsky. You're going to be paying it for your next 3 lifetimes. Okay, the best strategy is to pay off the balance monthly. Kerstetter says you got to use the money all month and get the travel points or other rewards. Creditcard.com's minimum payment calculator can show how long it would take to pay off a bill if you send only the minimum each month. Let's say, for instance, you have a $5,000 balance on a card with a 14% APR, and your credit issuer's minimum payment formula calls for you to pay 1% of the principal plus interest charges monthly. If you pay only the minimum, you end up paying another $5,000 in interest and take nearly 18 years to pay off the balance. So, that's why, guys, you want to pay off your credit cards in full. Very important. Okay. Why do you want to give these banks extra money? Okay. You may already have a credit card that you're already paying an annual fee on. Right? Why give them interest on top of that? Okay. It may not seem like a lot, guys, but all that money and interest that you're paying every month by not paying off your credit card in full, it adds up at the end of the year, and it can be a big, huge chunk. Okay. And you suffer on your credit score. Your credit score suffers too in the process. So is it really worth it? Let's see. I think I missed some of the comments here.
No, just between me and Barbara.
Oh, just between you and Barbara there, Janelle?
Yeah, Ronald Anderson. She's got approved
Oh,
for
okay.
Open Sky.
Ronald Anderson says, I just got approved for Open Sky. Well, congratulations, Ronald, to you. Everyone, please say congratulations to Ronald Anderson.
So did I, but...
Also, yeah, Janelle got approved way back for Open Sky too also as well. But we didn't open up the account. We're considering it, but we're also considering maybe trying to get her in with some of the big banks with a secured credit card. We're trying to consider that first before Open Sky for her, because she only has I believe she has like 2 inquiries on her credit report, and one inquiry. Okay, I think she only has 1 or 2 inquiries, something like that. So she got to double check. But so we want to try to get her in with some of those big banks, Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, so guys, you definitely want to pay off the balance, every month. Paying your bill late. Oh, that's a horrible one. Horrible mistake right there. Because if you make late payments, guys, as you guys know, I went over this before in the video we made on Saturday night, the live stream, when we're talking about when you're looking for an authorized user. We went over the impact of late payments. Late payments, guys, can stay in your credit report for 7 years. And to come back from that, successfully, you really need between 1 and 2 years of positive payment history. Okay, so you can do that through an authorized user. Add an authorized user that has enough payment history to increase your average age of credit by 1 or 2 years. So if your average age of credit is 2 years, you have a late payment on your credit report, you can't get it deleted for some reason, having a hard time with that, then you need an authorized user that when you add it on, it adds on 1 or 2 years to your average age of credit, so it increases you from, say, 2-year average age of credit to 3 or 4 years. Okay, and then you can bounce back as far as your credit score is concerned. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to James Worley. James Worley, welcome back, brother. Glad for stopping by. Glad you stopped by. Try and stay away from any credit card that has an annual fee, James Worley says. Yes, you guys, try to stay away from annual fees if you can. If you cannot avoid it, then, hey, you just, there's nothing you can do. But if you're in a situation, you're in a position where you can avoid annual fees, by all means, avoid them. Okay. Paying your bills late. Making late payments, blunder number 7, is better than not paying at all, but not by much. That's true, not by much. Not only will you face a late payment charge, which could be higher than your minimum payment, your tardiness will show up on your credit report, damage your FICO score, and make it harder to get better terms for future loans and accounts. So basically, the late payments, they hit you pretty much after you're late, 30 days late. Okay, the credit bureaus record late payment as 30 days late. So if it's not 30 days late, it's not going to be recorded as a 30-day late payment. Okay, It cannot be. And if it is recorded, you can dispute that with the credit bureaus and have that late payment removed and deleted off of your account, because it's not 100% accurate and not conforming with the FCRA laws. Okay. Check your account statement for the due date and make sure you send your check or pay online in plenty of time. Issuers tend to play games with due dates and times, changing them at will and not allowing for weekends and holidays. The Credit Card Act of 2009 made significant changes to reduce these dangers by mandating that due dates fall on the same day every month, and allowing payments that arrive on the first business day after a holiday or weekend to count as on time. Ronald Anderson says, I was told that if you had 11 credit cards reporting every month, it would cancel that late payment in 1 month out in 1 month. That's interesting. Well, that all depends, Ronald Anderson. I don't know. I haven't heard that, but I would definitely look into that. I would look into that for sure. Okay. Janelle says, for real? At Ronald Anderson. Yes, that's very interesting. Just because we haven't heard of it doesn't mean it's not true. So.
I know, but it's interesting too.
Yeah, it is very interesting, Janelle. But I haven't heard of it, but it doesn't mean it's not true. So if you have little more information on that, Ronald, please share that with us, or you can email it to me, or you can message it to me on Facebook too also as well. Really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that, Ronald. But you still need to be careful. The laws requires, for example, the deadline be no earlier than 5 p.m. But law does not specify which time zone that deadline applies to, but in practice, major card companies tend to define their due dates in the Eastern time zone. Important to keep in mind, if you live in a time zone farther west, Schroeder says. Okay, so you want to keep track of your time zone too also as well. So that way, if they say if it's after 5 p.m. it's considered late, then you want to make sure your payment is on time. Okay. If you set up automatic payment via your bank, make sure the time and date are taken into account, says Schroeder. Okay, guys, looks like we have one new person here in the live chat. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to James Saeed. I believe James Saeed, this is his first time in our live chat too also as well. He's a new person, so everyone please say hello to James Saeed. Let him know that he's welcome here. And James Saeed, you're very welcome to all of our live chats. You can comment as little or as much as you like to also as well. It's a pleasure to have you. James says, hello everyone, my first time on your show. What is your suggestion on waiting time when applying for one credit card after another? Well, my suggestion would be you want to consider your future, okay, your future strategic steps in your credit building process when you are applying for credit cards. And what I mean by that, James, is that you want to be conscious and aware of how many hard inquiries that you will be accumulating by getting a certain amount of credit cards in a short period of time. Okay, and how long hard inquiries stay on your report, and how will that affect you? Do you have all the credit cards that you need? What is the next credit card you are aiming to apply for? For example, James, if you're looking at a new American Express card, you want to keep in mind that American Express card is more lenient as far as hard inquiries go. Okay, but if you're looking at a more sterner credit card issuer, like for example maybe Chase Bank or something like that, then you want to keep aware of your hard inquiries. Keep those to a minimum. So I would suggest maybe every 4 or 5 months maybe even every 6 months, but it depends. So if you have Chase accounts already, Chase credit cards right now, then you want to space that out even more, because Chase is very stern when it comes to um, how many accounts you should have open. I mean, I'm not talking about that 524 rule with Chase, but what I am talking about is Chase is notorious for closing down people's credit card accounts if they look. They do soft pulls on your credit reports periodically from time to time. They don't tell you when they do that, okay? But they do it. And when they do the soft pull, they look in your credit profile, and if they don't like what they see, if you have too many hard inquiries, if you apply for too many credit cards, or you added on too many new accounts in a short period of time, Chase will close down your credit cards. All of them, they will close down, okay? And that's how Chase is. And some of the other big banks are like that too. So you want to be very strategic there, James, when you are thinking about how many credit cards you should apply for. But definitely, I would say every 4, maybe every 5 or 6 months, a new credit card. That's what I would say. Because hard inquiries, they stay on your credit report for 2 years. They affect your credit scores for 1 year. Okay, after 1 year, they no longer have any effect on your credit score. Okay, but they still stay on there. So if you're applying for a loan or a mortgage, a line of credit, or a credit card, the lenders can still see those hard inquiries. Ronald Anderson says, I wish I knew how to respond to people in the chat room when they ask me something. I click on their name in it. It just has their channel option. Okay, yeah. I don't think they have any option for that, Ronald. What we all do is we just type our response, and we put the @ sign and the name of the person that's in the chat room, in the live chat with us, so that way they get the message when they see their name on the screen there in the chat box. Then they get the message, and that way they know someone's speaking to them directly, and they can speak back to them directly also using the same method. Ronald Anderson says, I was watching another YouTuber, and he said he had over 11 credit cards, and it would cancel out a late payment because he has so much history there. Okay, Ronald, well, definitely let us know what video that was,
We watched that.
and we will definitely watch the video and research the information too, also as well on our side. Okay, so let us know what video that is, what YouTube channel, what's the name of the video. That way we can watch the video together, and that way we can be better informed on what he exactly said, the context he said it in, and we can do our research too on our end to kind of fact check that too also as well for you. Okay, Ronald? Thank you so much for sharing that. Ronald Anderson says, hi, how are you doing, James? Yes, thank you so much for greeting, James. And everyone, please say hello to James, our new person. Okay. Cliff Peters says, I am in the garden, LOL. Yes, nothing wrong with that. I'm in the garden also, because I'm trying not to apply for any new credit card accounts right now. I'm trying not to accumulate any hard inquiries more than what I already have. So hopefully in the next 2 years, Janelle and I are going to be planning on buying a home, but we don't know exactly if it's going to be in 2 years or if it's going to be less than that. Because if you guys watched our video live stream that we made on how to get your credit ready to buy a house, by the way, guys, that video can be found here on this channel too also as well. It talks about how, exactly what the title says, how to get your credit ready, things you need to do. You're going to be preparing to buy a home for within 6 months to a year before actually submitting your application. Okay, so, and there's a lot of things that you need to do to prepare for a mortgage too. Actually, not only do you need to get your credit score in check, in good shape. But you also need to clean up your credit report, and not only that, but you need to clean up your DTI, your debt to income ratio. So all of those things, need to be cleaned up before you go into a bank and try to apply for a mortgage. Okay. So they're talking about here how to not pay your bill late, and I've always told you guys, set up automatic payments. Okay, put those bills on auto pay, all the credit card bills. If you cannot set it up to pay off the balance in full every month, set it up for at least a minimum payment. But what you should be doing, guys, is trying to pay off your credit cards weekly. Okay, and also what you should be doing is you should be using your credit card as you would use your debit card. So basically, if you've been using your credit card as you use your debit card, then you would not be using any funds from that credit card that you do not have the money in the bank right now to pay for it. Okay. Number 8, ignoring your monthly statement. Yes, you definitely don't want to do that. What I normally do, or I try to do every month, when I get my monthly statements from my credit card issuers, I go online, I go on the website, and I click on the link that says view my statement. I go to the statement I want to view, which is the most recent statement, and I download it. I usually download it, and sometimes I send it to Google Drive, so that way I can access it from my cell phone if I'm at work, or I can also access it at home from my laptop or computer. Okay, but I'm always trying to keep aware of my statement closing dates, my payment due dates, and things of that nature. So that's very important, guys. Make sure that you know your statement closing date, or you can set up payment reminders. You can do that on your cell phones. You set up reminders through your calendars, and you can have it set up so it can send you an alert, when you get close to your statement closing date. Okay, and that way you can definitely take care of that. But even better yet, guys, I would suggest pay these credit cards down weekly. So set an alert for what day you want to do that. Maybe the best time for you is your day off. I get Sundays off from work, so Janelle and I do that on Sundays. We pay off all the credit cards every Sunday. Okay, so set up an alert to remind you, hey, it's Sunday, time to pay off those credit cards. And go get on your computer, laptop, or cell phone, whatever it is that you have, and go to your credit cards websites. Some of these websites, guys, they don't update, that quickly. They may take a while, a few days or what have you, for payments to post or balances to post correctly to show the updated version of your balance. So you may want to also call your credit card issuers over the phone and get an updated balance from them, okay, before you pay off your balances on your credit cards. Okay, that's what I usually do every Sunday. So these are all tips and tricks that you can use to get in that 700 credit scores, to get into the 800 credit score. Okay, and if you do these tips and you follow our expert advice, you will have a 700 credit score. You will have an 800 credit score. Okay, all you need to do is follow what the people who have the 800 credit scores are doing and how they've maintained that credit score throughout the years. Okay, that's all you need to do. Okay, and it works. It works, guys. Okay. Ronald Anderson says, okay. Thanks for sharing that, Ronald.
No, we're talking about...
You and Ronald was having a talk, Janelle?
Richie knew how to respond to people in the chat room when they asked me something. I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
something.
yeah. I had answered that, and I said basically
And
the
Pink Lady
only
Barbara
way.
Cute.
Yeah.
This right here. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh wow, Janelle said thank you, and I'm gonna say thank you so much, Pink Lady Barber, for that $5 super chat. And Pink Lady says congratulations on the new look. Yes, thank you so
Like how
much,
this
Pink
is,
Lady.
right here.
Really
Do you
appreciate
put my
you.
name in orange?
Oh, your name is in orange.
You put the I and then the name next to it like that.
An
That's what we
orange.
were talking about.
How do you do that? Pink Lady, how did you put Janelle's name in the orange, in the red color, when it says at Janelle Leone? How did you do
tell
that?
you right there. It says
Okay.
at Ronald Anderson. You type the at sign, then the person name, and it should light up for them.
Oh, okay. So you tap the I sign. Say it again, Janelle. Tap the at sign.
How we always do. Do the at and then add my name.
That's your name. Now, how you get it in red?
Do the at.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then Janelle Leone.
Yes,
And then say whatever you want to say and send it to me.
it turns up red. Red color. Red. How do you get it to turn red? To turn red, like how? Let's see, who did that again? Pink Lady, I think. Yeah. Oh, one of you. I think it was Pink Lady. I did it. It turned red or something, or it's an orange or something. That's what I was asking, Okay, yeah, Pink Lady, if you can tell us how to do that, that would be awesome. By the way, how to make it show up in orange like that. That's really beautiful. See if I missed any other comments here.
Did yours pop up?
Yeah, mine popped up there, but it says at how to build 800 credit score, but that's not me. I'm how to get an 800 credit score. I think you type that, but it doesn't show up in red either, though. But I don't know. Pink Lady, if you want to tell us how you got to show up in red, definitely let us know.
Anyway, you got the $5 for our new.
Yeah, but thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Pink Lady. We really appreciate that tremendously, as well. So it's number 8, ignoring your monthly statement. Okay, the next detrimental credit card mistake. You can avoid late payments by checking your credit card statement. Not doing so is mistake number 8. Checking your statement will help you pay your bill promptly, as well as allow you to make sure that the changes on it are correct. In these days of ID theft, you need to check your bills religiously. Yeah, so if someone stole your identity, how would you know if you're not checking your statements? Says Schroeder, if you need to do so as soon as the statement arrives, if you wait too long to dispute a charge, says Schroeder, you are essentially accepting it. Okay, you see that now, Janelle? Look, showing up red, right? It's red. Go scroll down.
Look at it.
You don't see it? I see it as red.
We can't see it. You see it on yours when you pop up.
Oh, okay. I see it as red. I don't know. I thought you seen it at red, like a red color too. Usually you have 60 days to dispute an amount, Schroeder says, adding that she hates to give that limit because people often will wait the entire 60 days. If you plan to dispute a charge, then don't pay the disputed amount. Yes, don't pay the amount, guys, because if you pay the amount, in some states, state law is different from state to state, but in some states, guys, if you pay even $1 on a collection, you are acknowledging that debt by law. Okay, so you don't want to pay anything on it if you're going to dispute it, right? I mean, you can still dispute it, guys, even though you paid it off. It could be a paid collection. You can still dispute it and get it removed and deleted off your credit report, but it just makes it a lot harder, It's a lot easier if you don't pay it. Exceeding your credit limit. Checking your statements also can keep you from exceeding your credit limit. Mistake number 9. Although a 2010 Federal Reserve rule barred banks from automatically enrolling customers in over-limit programs that charge hefty fees, it still can be embarrassing to have your card rejected at the cash register. Yeah, it is embarrassing. It is very much embarrassing. Embarrassing. That's happened to me maybe 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. I believe it has. So I know what that feels like for sure. You know, when you thought you had a limit of, $1,000, and you didn't realize that you already spent that $1,000. Okay. If you're near the top of your credit limit, try really hard to pay in cash for subsequent purchases or get an increased credit line. Says Schroeder. If you don't, your purchase will be rejected unless you have opted in, authorizing your card company to charge over the limit fees. It's better to check your statement and learn self discipline. Yes, absolutely. So, number 10, buying things you don't need. Careful statement examination also could prevent the 10th credit card blunder. Using plastic to purchase things you don't need. We find people spend more money using credit cards than cash. So basically, you don't want to spend money on things that you don't need, guys. Like, for instance, it goes back to saying like you're using your credit card as a debit card. True, but you want to spend money on things that you normally would buy every month anyway. Okay, like groceries. Okay, if you know every month you buy groceries, then why not get that cash back by using your credit card? Okay, or get those points, those travel points, using your credit card too, also as well. Okay, so that way you're setting yourself up for that free vacation next year, and you're also, setting yourself up to get, some extra income in the form of cash back. Okay. Peruse your credit card bill. Peruse your credit card bills and analyze what you spend, says Kurt Stetter and Wisnatsky. Go over your credit card bills every month, and you'll be amazed at the number of items that, upon reflection, you could have done without, says Wisnatsky. It's surprising how many purchases we make that we think we are our needs, but are impulse buys. Yeah, some impulses are basically like, oh wow, I saw that watch and I just had to buy it. You know what I mean? It was looking pretty and shiny. It was like a little bling bling or something. You know what I mean? It was really nerdy. I could do so many things with it. I just had to get it. Now, I never intended of buying this watch when I went to the mall. Okay? I just went to the mall to buy some things that I normally buy every month. I just went to go in the grocery store to buy some groceries. I just went there to restock on toilet paper and paper towels and things of that nature that we use every month anyways. Okay, but all of a sudden I walked past this display and it had this beautiful watch, and I decided, and I bought it. Okay, with my credit card. So that's impulse buying, guys. Okay, it's not something that you normally buy every month. It's what you want to avoid. Pink Lady Barbara says, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for that, Pink Lady. You are awesome as well, and we really appreciate you. James Saeed says, thank you so much for answering my question earlier. I'd like also to inquire how much score goes down when applied for a credit card. Okay, some say 2 to 5 points. Some say 5 points for a credit card inquiry, or better known as a hard inquiry or a hard pull. Okay, plus you may get points deducted for adding on a new account, because it lowers, when you add on a new account, it lowers your average age of accounts. So then you lose points in that 15% category of your credit score, which is length of credit. Okay, length of credit, according to FICO.com, is divided up into 3 parts. They determine your length of credit by the age of your oldest credit card, and when you have the last time you've used your cards, and also the average age of your credit. Okay, an average age of the credit is determined by totaling up all the ages of all of your accounts and dividing them by the number of your accounts. And when they say accounts, they're including everything in your credit mix. Okay, your installment loans, your personal loans, your student loans, your personal lines of credit, your credit cards, your charge cards, your store cards, your finance accounts, your retail cards, everything that makes up your credit mix that you have. Okay. So I would say how much your score can go down. It's a potential. I would say anywhere over 5 points, definitely. Okay, because you're dealing with 10% of your credit score, which is new credit, which the hard pulls and hard inquiries fall under, and then you're also dealing with the length of credit, as far as your age of accounts go down when you add on new accounts. Okay, so it's possible it could go down 10 points. It's possible it could go down 8 points, but it varies. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to J.D. Colon. J.D. Colon is another new person that we have, and we welcome all new people to also as well. Everyone, please say hello to J.D. Colon. Let him know that he's welcome here, to also as well in our live chat. You're welcome, J.D., to comment as little as you like, or ask as many questions as you like, to also as well. J.D. says, hi, what are we talking about tonight? Well, actually, JD, the topic for tonight's live stream, which we did not put a topic up for the live stream video. I'm just going to go back up to the top. We're going over an article that's talking about the 10 worst credit card mistakes. So basically, that's basically what we're talking about. 10 worst credit card mistakes. So, just to give you a quick overview, the first few that we went through was getting too many credit cards, misunderstanding introductory rates, not reading the fine print, choosing a card for the wrong reasons, not rate shopping, making minimum payments, paying your bill late, ignoring your monthly statement, exceeding your credit limit, buying things that you don't need. So that's where we're at right now. JD, we're at buying things you don't need. Okay, so if you wanted to go back and get all the full details of everything that we talked about up until this point, you're definitely welcome to watch the replay of this live stream after we're done. Okay, so, and buying things you don't need, which is the last one here, it says the Phoenix financial planner tells his clients who are considering a significant purchase to wait 48 hours, if at all possible. If you still want it, wait another 48 hours, Wisniewski said. Then if you have to get it, then get it. Okay, so there's some advice there. Okay, here's some advice that I heard too also. I mean, if don't buy anything that you cannot buy 3 times. I heard that from a financial expert here on YouTube. Okay. Also, use your statements to help you create a budget. Wisniewski realizes many people cringe at the B word. But he says control of your spending and your credit card usage doesn't have to be a way to deprive yourself. Instead, it can be a way to make things happen in financially positive ways. All right. JD Colin says, fun topic. Thank you so much for sharing that, JD. We try to pick out, best topics we possibly can. But we make a lot of live streams and a lot of videos here on this channel. So we constantly need topics to talk about.
Normal tonight is Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, but our regular scheduled live stream, JD, is every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. But on sporadic days of the week, we do sporadic live streams like this one.
sure he's a subscriber too, so we want to.
Once you get control, even to a degree, it frees you from a constant money worry, says Wisnatsky. You might find there are things you can actually end up having if you just have a plan. If you get your financial desires in tune with your financial resources. So this is some very realistic advice here, guys, coming from Wisnatsky and Schroeder. And what we'll do, we'll just go back up here and Kurtstetter. Okay, so Kurtstetter, Joanne Kurtstetter was a spokeswoman for Money Management International. Okay. And Schroeder too also was mentioned in here too. That's the other. Jane A. Schroeder is a certified financial planner with Liberty Financial Group Incorporated in Elm Grove, Wisconsin. Okay. And the other one was Kurtstetter. Okay. So you have basically those three experts giving advice. The third one was Joanne Kurtstetter. She was a spokesman for. Okay, I already went over her. Okay, so those are some of the experts and Daniel Wiskowski. Okay, so J.D. Colin says, sounds good. I'm in Anchorage for work this week. Oh, so you're in Alaska, if I'm not mistaken, J.D. Still bright and sunny outside at 10 p.m. Okay, so you're what, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours behind us. We're on Central Time. We're in South Dakota. So that's awesome there, JD. So you're going back home after when you get your day off. Is that what you do? I used to do that too, JD. When I lived in New York. I'm born and raised in New York actually, and then I got a job offer in New Hampshire. And then what happened was I worked in New Hampshire about 7 days a week, and the first week was 7 days. Then the second week I took a full weekend off, 3 days off. Okay, but I ended up going back home to New York on my days off every time, and then finally, I liked New Hampshire and stayed up in New Hampshire for 6 years. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Jonathan Upshaw. Jonathan Upshaw is one of a new person here in our live chat. And everyone, please say hello to Jonathan Upshaw. Let him know that he is welcome here. You're always welcome here, Jonathan, in our live chat. Feel free to comment as much as you like to also as well. We're always here to answer your questions or comments, or recognize you as much as possible. And Jonathan says, I'm an insomniac, so I definitely appreciate the fact that you guys be on when I am up. Bless you. Yes, thank you for the blessings there, Jonathan. It was just, pretty much luck. We were lucky to be up at this time because we wanted to do a live stream. We were kind of messing around with our new software, trying to work out the kinks, and I wanted to do a live stream so bad that we just upped and did one. We would have done one earlier if we but we had so much to do and so little time to do it. You know what I mean? JD Colin says, I'll be back in Seattle on Friday. Okay, Seattle, awesome. I hear Seattle gets a lot of rain down there. Is that true, JD? But it's good that you still get a chance to go back home, and who knows it? Do you think maybe someday you would want to move up to Anchorage? I don't know. I'm just asking all kinds of questions. JD Colin says, so, credit card mistakes, huh? Let's get it. Yeah, definitely. We definitely got it there, JD. Sorry you came at the end of it, but those were the 10 credit card mistakes that we went over there. So there's some of the tips that we got out of this. Okay, I'm gonna mention some if I forget to mention any of them. Just in quick review here, some tips. Set up autopay on all of your credit card accounts, all of your accounts, period. Set up autopay. Okay. Pay your credit card balances in full. Try to do so every week if possible. Okay. Let's see, what other tip can we pull out of this? Make sure you read your credit card statements every time you get one, every month. Okay, and if you have to, go on the website online, and you want to make sure you read the fine print. Okay, and you can, if you have to, if you have like a cell phone, you're looking on it on a cell phone, it's pretty simple because you can take your two fingers and you can zoom in the screen and you can see all that fine print. When you look at a credit card terms and conditions, that is, when you're looking around for a new credit card. Okay, read all the terms and conditions, read the fine print, and all of that too, as well. JD says, "No way, Jose, it's too cold." Yeah, I hear it. I hear you. It must be very cold up there in Anchorage for sure. So those are some of the tips, guys. To keep you from making these credit card mistakes here. Okay. So let's see if I missed out on any other tips here. If you read the fine print, then you won't misunderstand the introductory rates. Understand what your APR is and your APY and exactly what you would be paying in interest. But guys, don't pay interest. Don't pay interest. Pay your credit card balance off in full every month. Okay. Getting too many credit cards, applying for too many credit cards too soon. Well, I don't know. Tips for that would probably be, just stop applying for credit for a while. Okay. Every 5 or 6 months, apply for a new credit card. Because just keep in mind, those hard inquiries, like I said before in review, they stay on your credit report for 2 years, but they affect your credit score for an entire year. Okay, a year is a long time. I mean, time passes by quickly, but it is still a long time. Janelle says, "Hey everyone that just came on, please hit that thumbs up." Yes, thank you for sharing that, Janelle. Yeah, people, please hit the thumbs up for sure. It helps out the channel tremendously, and it also helps out with the YouTube algorithms too, also as well. JD says, "Auto pay is good. Definitely pay cards throughout the month. I can't remember the last time I used my debit card. Haven't paid interest in at least 2 years." Awesome. So JD, you pretty much know what you're doing there. That's great. Yeah, guys. So there you have it. Don't give the banks any more money than you have to. Okay. I mean, you have their credit card. You're using it. Maybe if you're lucky, that interest. If you're not paying your balances off in full every month, did you know that interest can build up? I mean, the amount of money that you're paying every month can build up to be more than your annual fee. Okay, now that really doesn't make any sense to me. So guys, stop paying interest. If you are, stop paying it. Okay. So guys, that's our topic basically for today. And what I'm going to do, just going to change screens real quick and get over on the other screen. And I'm going to recognize all the people who have contributed. Well, first and foremost, I want to say a special thank you to Cliff Peters. Cliff Peters, thank you for joining us tonight. Brian Taylor, thank you for joining us. And everyone, Brian Taylor has his own YouTube channel where he talks about credit repair and how to remove items off of your credit report too, also as well. And if you're interested in checking out his channel, just click on his name inside of this chat, click on go to channel, and when you get there, click on subscribe and hit bell notifications. Also want to say a special thank you to Ronald Anderson. Ronald Anderson, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you too also as well. Drive safely on the road, okay, buddy? Also want to say a special thank you to Bodyguard 856. Bodyguard, thank you so much for joining us too also as well. Really appreciate all the questions, comments. I appreciate all of you guys who have helped us to answer questions too as well, and help us to recognize comments too also as well. For joining us once again, and a special thank you to Pink Lady Barber for her $5 super chat. We really appreciate that. Pink Lady. You're totally awesome for sure. Special thank you to James Worley. James Worley, thank you for joining us once again. Welcome back, buddy. Really appreciate all your wonderful comments too, also as well. Special thank you to James Saeed, which is our new person here. And guys, if you haven't already, people, if you haven't already, please say hello to James Saeed. Greet him and let him know he's always welcome here in our live streams. Welcome to the group, James. Special thank you and welcome to JD Colon, who is also a new person here today to our live chats. And also, if you haven't already, please say hello to JD Colon. Let him know he's welcome as well. And look forward to seeing you in many new live streams also as well. Special thank you to Jonathan Upshaw. Jonathan Upshaw, thank you so much for joining us and welcome. Jonathan is another new person with us, so guys, make sure you welcome, say hello to Jonathan Upshaw as well. Let him know that he's always welcome here. So you're always welcome, Jonathan. Comment as little as or as much as you like in our live chats. Welcome to the group too also as well. And right now what I want to do is say that, guys and ladies, if you gotten any good news as far as if your credit score went up this week or today, please let us know inside of the comments so we could definitely give you congratulations for today or this week too also as well. I know a lot of the people that I've been working with credit coaching, a lot of them have seen their credit scores go up a lot this week too also. So I'm sure a lot of you, you know, if you have your credit score go up this week, let us know inside of the comments. Jonathan says, Janelle says, thank you everyone that came to join us in our live stream. I'm going to bed since Lyndon dragged me out of bed for this last minute live stream. And yes, I did. Thanks for sharing that, Janelle. Jonathan Upshaw says, set up a new savings or checking account. Soul designated it to pay credit card bills with your auto pay set up for a minimum payment. I use Capital One 360. It's fee free. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jonathan, as well. And so basically, guys, if you haven't already, you've been watching this video for a while, or you're watching this video right now, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notifications. That way you will never miss a video. And to make sure you never miss a video or live stream here on this channel, make sure that you select all notifications. That's the bell in the brackets. And also hit the thumbs up, because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithms and helps the channel as well. And share this video everywhere, all over your social media networks, on your Facebook, and with all of your friends and family. To also our Patreon, so that you can support our channel and increase your credit scores and have a credit coach with you as well. And be prepared when you apply for that mortgage or car loan, get the lowest payments. Join our Patreon. You can join with as little as $30 a month. The link is in the bottom of the screen to join the Patreon too also as well. A link to email me if you have any questions about building your credit score, or any questions or comments whatsoever. And you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram. All those links to follow me can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel too also as well. JD Collins says, credit limit increased this week on my City Advantage card from 15.5K to 22K. Scores are steady. We'll see how the limit increase affects them. Okay, so everyone, please give a congratulations to JD Colon. He just got his credit limit increase this week on his City Advantage card from 15K to 22K to also as well. So everyone, please say congratulations to JD Colon to also as well. So guys, another live stream. We've completed another great topic. We've learned from 10 credit card mistakes. So guys, if you are making these mistakes right now, you need to stop making these mistakes. Listen to the tips we've learned, that we talk about and we discuss. and you'll be on your way. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And our regular scheduled live stream is every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. But we do make videos and live streams sporadically throughout the week. Between Wednesdays, I should say, too, also as well. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Once again, JD Colon says thank you. Rest, everyone. Rest well. Janelle says good night, everyone. Sweet dreams, and have a great night. Make it a great Tuesday tomorrow. Stay blessed, and until we see you next time,